guys, and welcome back to Hilltop Farm. My name's Jay and welcome to the Valentine's Day Tag. Now, I've sort of been tagged by Mama Cat out at Mama Cat's home. I'll put the link to her channel down below and I recommend you go and check it out. She's a sweetheart of a lady and a real hoot. But she's not game enough to nominate me for some of these things, so she nominates everyone. But I told her I'd take up the challenge, and I don't know how good I'll be at this particular one, but I'll give it a go. Okay, it's 14 questions about Valentine's Day, and I know Valentine's Day is now a day or two ago, depending on where you are in the world. But I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Okay, question 1. Would you rather receive 100 roses or 100 pieces of chocolate? Well, I love cut flowers around the house, but I don't love buying cut flowers. I think they're one of those things that's most ridiculously priced, and I couldn't possibly love anyone who spent so much money on 100 roses for Valentine's Day. So anyone that did that, I'd think, was a fool. So I couldn't possibly love them for Valentine's Day or any other time. 100 pieces of chocolate? You could be forgiven for that one. Okay, 2. Red or pink lipstick on Valentine's Day. This is apparently what would you wear. Well, I have to be honest, I think red would make me look slutty, so I don't think I'd wear that. I'll go with the pink. 3. What is your favourite Valentine's Day treat? Don't really know. I'm not a huge Valentine's Day fan. So, a treat for me would possibly be a partner who cared about as much about it as I do. Okay, question 4. When it comes to desserts, what flavour do you prefer? Chocolate, vanilla or strawberry? Obviously it depends on the dessert that it happens to be. I'm not a huge lover of chocolate flavoured things. I like chocolate as in chocolate. Chocolate ice cream I think is vile. Chocolate cake is generally vile. Now you pour melted chocolate onto something and let it set, or then that's gorgeous, love that. But not chocolate flavourings. Vanilla is quite alright, but it can be very vanilla, if you know what I mean. So, but I'd have to go with strawberry. I am a bit of a sucker for strawberry. As long as it's not too sickly sweet. I'm not into ridiculously sweet, but strawberry I think I'd go for. 5. Are you married, single, or in a relationship? Well, technically 2 of those, because I'm married, and I'd like to think that I was in a relationship as well. Some people perhaps have the kind of marriage that perhaps they don't feel they're in a relationship. But anyway, I do, so those 2. 6. Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, I do actually. It's happened to me twice. And that was on both occasions the first time I saw my daughters. So yes, I do believe in love at first sight. But I know that's not what this means. If you're talking love at first sight as in you walk into a room and across the other side of the room your eyes meet and everyone turns to mush and you meet in the middle, no I don't. Absolutely not. I believe in lust at first sight, and I think we've all been there and felt that. I believe in physical attraction at first sight, which is very similar, I guess, to lust at first sight. Yes, I believe you can see someone and think they're absolutely gorgeous, and be attracted to them, be drawn to them. And as I say, I believe you can see someone and have all those primal desires stir within you that, yes, you want to get physical with that person, but that's lust. Love is something that develops over time, and you actually fall in love. That's my belief. Number 7. What's your favourite Valentine's Day memory as a child? I don't actually have one, to be honest. I remember, I guess, being around 10, 11 and receiving a Valentine's Day card anonymously in the mail. And to this day, I don't know who sent it, where it came from. That was the first time I actually ever remember Valentine's Day as a child. It was not a big thing in our household, so I guess that's my favourite memory, because my only memory, really. My favourite Valentine's memory as an adult. Again, I don't make a big deal of it. My wife doesn't make a big deal of it. And so I can't say as I particularly remember a favourite one. So can't answer that one. Would you rather eat in a restaurant or home on Valentine's Day? Probably home, only because I prefer the food at home usually. I prefer the company at home usually. And as I'm getting older, when I've finished a meal, I don't want to be restricted in restrictive clothing and have to sit up straight at a table and smile and make nice, and then have to drive home and do all that. When I have a meal, I like to have a few drinks. I'm not talking about getting drunk, but I like to have a couple of drinks and not worry about how much I've had to drink. When the meal's over, I like to relax in a comfortable chair with my feet out straight or up on something, and I like to relax. And as I say, the food here is better than anywhere else I've eaten, so why not? Number 10. This is an old one, this one. If you could only eat either all white food or all red food for a day, what would you choose? Now, initially, I couldn't think of any red food other than raw meat. Complete lack of imagination there, I know, but I couldn't. And with white food, I could only think of maybe potatoes, rice, cauliflower, very little else. So I felt it was rather restrictive. But when I watched Mama Cat doing this tag, and she mentioned pasta sauce as being red, I realised that whole Italian food sort of side of things, and Italian cooking is one of my favourites. It's to die for. Once I knew that was on the table, red, hands down. Would you rather have your feet or shoulders massaged? I have a terribly, terribly sensitive neck. I'm one of those people that as soon as you touch their neck, I immediately tense up and go like this. And I'm like, don't touch me. So, no, I generally don't find neck and shoulder massages relaxing. My wife knows how to do it without sending me through the roof. So, if I genuinely have something that's achy or sore, I can trust her to massage it, but that's more a therapeutic thing. It's not really for relaxation because I'm on edge the whole time waiting to go through the roof. Would much rather have my feet massaged, but not by a stranger. no stranger's hands shall touch any part of this physique. I'm not into strangers touching me. I have a very wide personal space. 12. What is your favourite love song? Now, and this kind of is partly an answer to the next question as well. I'm actually one of the world's crybabies. I cry at songs, I cry in movies. I can be brought to tears over a hypothetical situation. So being soppy like that, there's lots of love song type things that I like, that I listen to, and I'm not really sure how to narrow it down, but again, Mama Cat came up with one that I have to agree with, and that's Dolly Parton's song, I Will Always Love You. There have been a few people that have taken that song and done their own versions, and they've done it very well too, I might add. It's one of those songs, if you've got a good, powerful voice, is a really beautiful song. It's a little unfortunate, however, that the song kind of originates from that wonderful old film, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I'm not sure what that says about Mama Cat and myself, for that matter. As I suspect she's seen that movie, but if you haven't, Cat, you've got to go and watch it, because it's not what you think it's like. It's actually very funny. But yes, how Valentine's Day is that? And that could perhaps answer the next question, alright? Which is, number 13, what is your favourite romance movie? Now, Kat couldn't think of one, so maybe that's it, Kat. Next Valentine's Day, you have to sit hubby down, send the kids out, and you have to watch Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I'm not really sure it's a romance, but you know, whatever floats your boat. I'm not sure I have a favourite movie in regards to that. If you had to pin me down on the spot, and this could change from moment to moment, pin me down on this very spot right now, I would probably say Notting Hill. But that could be different, as I say, in half an hour's time. And the last question, number 14, what are my real feelings about Valentine's Day? Well, most of you have probably guessed by now, I think it's a load of old twaddle. I really do. It's just one of those days that's been commercialised by big business, trying to get people to feel guilty so that they spend more money at their shops, because you have to have the 100 red roses, you have to have that piece of jewellery, you have to go to a movie and out to dinner and spend all this bloody money that most of us don't have. For what? To prove to big business that we love our partners. That's a load of rot. If you love your partner, you should make it clear to them every day, whether it be in something you say, the way you act, the way you behave. And that's just how it should be. It shouldn't be something that happens once a year because big business tells you to. And, you know, those of you that disagree with me, I mean, look up the origins of Valentine's Day. Okay, it's actually a saint's day to do with the Catholic Church. It's nothing to do with romance and spending money. It's technically a religious day. So, you know, what do I think of it? I think it's a load of old codswallop, as my old grandmother would have said. So, on that note, it's been fun, Kat. Thank you for tagging me. It's a bit late for me to tag anyone else this year because it's pretty well been and gone. But I challenge everyone to start getting their pencils ready and coming up with tags for St. Patrick's Day, which is not that far away. Again, doesn't mean we all have to wear green and go to an Irish pub. Okay? That's just something, again, that's been made up. Again, it's a Catholic Saints' Day. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of frivolity. If you have, give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And until next time, it's goodbye from Hilltop Farm. See ya!